I wanted to quickly share with you this idea. Kipo's Anchor. Kipo is a show on Netflix. It's like a cartoon, right? Kipo is the main character. It's this young girl, and she is unique in that she's a hybrid human being. She doesn't only have human genetics, she also has genetics from a jaguar. So she is part human, part jaguar. And she's able to access different parts of the jaguar, like night vision or claws or whatever. But the ultimate power of these genetics, her superpower, you could say, is the ability to transform into this gigantic jaguar. They call it the mega jaguar, right? But before Kipo is able to fully transform into this jaguar, she has to sort of become ready, because there's a danger in becoming the mega jaguar before she's actually ready. And the danger is that the nature of the beast within her can completely take over. If she's not ready, she'll be stuck as the mega jaguar, never again to be able to return to her human form. So one of the things that she has to do to get ready, she needs to find an anchor, something to remind her of who she is, not what she is, but who she is, a reminder of her humanity. And for her anchor is this photo of her as an infant being held by her parents. This brings this remembering of who she is while she's in this mega jaguar state. And then once she remembers who she is, she now has the choice, the ability to transform back into a human. And sometimes in life, like on this journey, this path of spiritual awakening, it can be just like this. Like, what you're here doing is experiencing what it's like to be human. But while you are human, you can experiment with many different ideas as you're trying to figure out what it means to you to be human. And so you're constantly building beliefs around these ideas, belief systems around these ideas. And every time you tear down and then rebuild your belief systems, you are essentially entering a new dimension of thought, a new experience of what it means to be human, right? As you're chasing your desires or whatever. And sometimes, though, you find out that what you've been chasing might not actually be what you want, or these things that you thought you desired, once you achieve them, you may find out that it's not all you thought it was going to be. There's still something more that you're desiring, right? And when this all begins to crash down around you, it can feel like, what's the point of any of this, of living in general, you know? And so here is where you need this anchor. You need something to allow you to fall onto a soft surface when everything comes crashing down like it does, right? When we go through these times of like existential crises, like I've been going through one in the last few days. That's why I haven't been posting any videos, because I had to take some time to rest and receive to be able to continue to give in the way that I want to with these videos, right? I need to take some time off for me. And so I have this special anchor that really grounds me when I'm in this chaotic time in my life, when I'm going through some sort of crisis where nothing is making sense to me anymore. And so I have these basic foundational principles, and I only have like 2 or 3 really simple ones, right? And so that's what I wanted to share with you, my own personal anchor, what I use to sort of cushion my fall. And so the first one is that I believe in a higher power greater than myself. I believe in 2 powers, okay? I believe in an internal power and an external power. And the internal power is equal to me. And the external power is greater than I am. You see, so the internal power is what connects me to the greater power. like, it's the reason why I'm able to experience this relationship with my higher power is because, like, there's a piece of connecting tissue in me that connects me to my higher power, that allows me to experience it, that allows me to see the signs or the synchronicities, to be in constant conscious contact with my higher power. My higher power doesn't have a name. You could call it God. Sometimes I call it God. I may call it the universe. Sometimes I call it the universe, But I prefer really to not name it or to not really label it. Maybe I can use a name, but not to really label my higher power. And the second rule for me is free will. I always remember to think about free will and to remember that I don't want to interfere or manipulate or steal anyone else's free will, right? And I basically need to mind my business. So those are my two rules, that I believe in a higher power that's greater than myself, and that I need to mind my business. And my business is cultivating this relationship with the higher power of my understanding. This is my anchor. If I can remember these two things are true, if everything else is false, these two things are true. Number one, there is a higher power greater than myself. Number two, we all have free will. We are all walking our each unique individual paths. Mine is mine and yours is yours. You see? And this is what I mean by an anchor. Something to remind me of my humanity, to humble me when I'm going through these times where I'm like, what is this? None of this is good enough. Everything sucks. What's the point? What am I even doing here? I rely on these two fundamental principles, and they serve to sort of ground me. You see what I mean? Anyway, until next time, I hope you continue to free your